Hi, it's a beautiful day here at Riva Motorsports. My name is Gus Guarda, and today we're debuting the 2020 GTI lineup from Sea-Doo, brand new for the year. Renovated and built from the ground up with all new features and benefits, specifically aimed at making sure the customer has the best experience possible on the water. In the 2020 segment, the GTI hull is spread across three different families: tow sports, recreation, and performance. In the recreation lineup, we have the GTI 90 and 130, as well as the GTI SE 130 and 170. In the tow sports line, we have the Wake 170, and in the performance line, we have the GTR 230. Most notable change this year, all the motors have been standardized. So that would be the 1503 motor has now gone the way of the Dodo, and the 1630 is taking over. The tow sports is the Wake 170. On the GTI and GTI SEs, you're going to see 130 or 170 horsepower options. And on the GTR, you're going to be a supercharged 1630 Ace motor producing 230 horsepower. So let's get a little bit closer and do a walk around on the brand new 2020 GTI hull. All right, so with the 2020 rework, this started from the ground up with the Polytech Gen 2 hull. It's 50% thicker inside the critical zones like under the bow, as well as a fiberglass inner skin to protect the entire rigidity of the hull and increase the robustness on the vehicle. Part of that also translates to a lighter hull overall, which is better for fuel economy and a better power to weight ratio. So digging a little bit deeper on the new 2020 GTI, we're going to see a bunch of new features that make it seem almost like it's a smaller GTX 300. Most notable, the GTI now has the premium audio system from BRP available as an option. It's 50 watts per speaker with Bluetooth, so you can always enjoy your tunes on the water. In addition to that, they also molded new seats with the Ergolock system. Very low center of gravity. It feels like you're one with the machine when you're sitting on it. Also inherited from its bigger brother, it's got the two-piece seat design with an increased size for the rear platform area, meaning that all you gotta do is remove the seat and you can lounge when you stop on the beach. Another feature that it's inherited from its more expensive brothers is the Link system. The Link system allows you to mount a bunch of really cool BRP optional accessories. All they do is just snap right in, they're secure, and they're ready to go on the water with you. Another notable change is the glove box. Updated this year, they've added a watertight cell phone storage compartment with an optional USB charger accessory. While doing all that, they still managed to keep enough room for your water bottles. So one of the parts you're going to see most of is the handlebars and the screen, and both of those have also been updated this year. You have the new diamond style controls inherited from the ST3 hulls like the GTXs and RXTs, and the onboard screen is 4.5 inches this year, allowing you to see all sorts of important information like your trim level, your fuel economy, how much gas you have in the tank, and of course, your speed. The front storage on the GTI hulls has also increased by 30%, which means that you have more room for your jackets, your covers, and any other small accessories you want to fit in here. Additionally, you have easy access to your fuel fill right here in the front. Also, another great change for 2020 is the ST3-like sponsons and trim tabs, which are going to translate into better handling and stability when you're out on the water. And when you do decide to get off and you want to get back on, available as an option on some models, standards on others, is the new rear boarding step, also modeled after the ST3 hull, which is wider, flatter, and softer, so it translates to an easier experience for your knees. Trust me, they'll thank you. And in addition, you also have a new integrated grab handle to make it just that much easier. Connecting to the Bluetooth is also super easy. All you have to do, you're going to power on the BRP premium audio system, look in your device list for BRP remote, and once you're connected, it's just like any other device, just play your music and enjoy your time on the water. So now we finished going over everything in the showroom, let's take it to the Riva private test lake and put this thing through its paces. So now we finished riding on the water. I have to say, I'm actually impressed. The new GTI hull has great handling. The trim tabs definitely come in handy. It feels a lot like what the GTX did, or the RXT did for me last year. I would knock a couple points off for having to reach over to do the front storage. I would like to see if they did it the same way they did it with the GTX and RXTs. But overall, very impressed with the new GTI hull. So, representing Riva Motorsports, this is Gus Guarda signing off, and don't forget to check out the rest of our videos for all upcoming reviews.